here's what I've learned about posting to social media daily for a couple months. Okay. After my stroke, which technically it was a stroke, blood clot and hemorrhage and seizure and everything all rolled into one, I was taking it easy. I was trying to de-stress and things, started playing prop hunt. I talked about it a few episodes ago. And as a 3D animator, it's really fun to play prop hunt because it's like kit bashing in a way.
Yeah.
You're moving these models around. It's adult hide and seek. I followed Old Time 101. He got me hooked. I was playing before all of this happened, but after that I was like, you know what? There's so many funny things that happen when I'm playing. I wish I were recording this. Because, that was really funny and I don't have a way to go back and clip it. So I started playing on my computer, started streaming it on Twitch. I have like 6 followers. So
how do you pull the clips, if I can ask really quick? Like, are you recording everything locally, or are you just taking the clips from Twitch?
No, so what I do is, I don't take anything from Twitch. I barely do anything with Twitch. It doesn't let you upload your own clips and things. You have to do highlights, right? So OBS lets you record locally while you're streaming. So I'm streaming and I'm doing that, and then I'm sending that feed into a second OBS, which chops and screws the whole thing and turns it into 9:16. So that I can broadcast it on TikTok, because I have enough followers where I can use the desktop TikTok streaming app.
Okay.
So
you've got 2 OBS running at the same time. One is going to Twitch and one is going to TikTok.
One is actually, it outputs an NDI, which goes to the TikTok app, because you have to use the TikTok app. But in order to save bandwidth and CPU, GPU, I have OBS chop it all up into a different form, all using the one input, cropping and moving things around, and then that sends one feed to TikTok, so it doesn't take a lot of resources, because I'm also gaming at 100 hertz at the same time.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, and you're not gaming on like your Xbox or whatever. You're gaming on your actual computer, right?
Yeah, and it's running 2 OBSs and the TikTok stream and Discord and gaming. That's
impressive,
all at the same
man.
Time. Well, 2 4090s help.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But so it's interesting. So I've got the Twitch, because you got to have the Twitch if you're game streaming, right?
Of course.
I've got the Twitch, that's the base. I've got the TikTok, that is where most of the people watch live, although not a lot of people, but still. But most of my hits are coming from Instagram. Most of my views of my clips are coming from Instagram, right? So here's kind of what I've learned, about which platforms you're using. TikTok is about your following, right? When I post a video on TikTok, I don't have enough followers and enough traction to go FYP or viral on any of that, right? So it's really about...
you hit my For You page every single time.
That's because you follow me.
I know.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's about your followers, right? So you see it because you follow me. As soon as I post a video, I get likes and comments from people who follow me. But usually that's it, right? When I take the clips, what I do, I have a really great system for this. It goes into Premiere, and I have kind of a template set up. So all I got to do is a quick edit and chop it down really fast. It takes me maybe, 10 minutes to edit a video. Right?
That's cool.
And then when I do that, I put it into this other format, into this other timeline, which auto formats it into the layout for TikTok. Export it out, done. Super quick, right? Yeah. So I post that to TikTok. Nobody watches it except my followers. But I put it on Instagram.
Does TikTok, like, you've mentioned before where TikTok likes you to use their stuff. Do they hurt you because you're uploading that?
They do. They absolutely do. And you could tell. And it was weird because...
Sorry, you've probably got this written down. I'm just jumping ahead.
Yeah, at first I was getting a lot of hits right away. I would post the video and I would get... By the time I posted to Instagram and came back to TikTok, I'd have a few hundred hits, right?
That's
a few hundred views. And by the next day, maybe I'd have 1,000. But the problem is, all of a sudden it's like they figured that out. They can tell when you're posting stuff from your is it your camera, is it something you're posting from your recent photos. It's really weird. And all of a sudden, they just completely just cut me down. And all I get, I'm like everybody says, you get stuck at that 200 views. That's it. However, I'm posting on Instagram and getting 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 views on some of these. And that is because Instagram is different. Instagram is about the people who don't follow you. It's about the people who don't follow you. That's what it is. 95% of the people who watch my videos do not follow me. And I'm not getting follows from these. I'm getting tens of thousands of views on some of these and no follows, because it is this organic kind of thing where a lot of times it'll bring you back around to these people, whether or not they follow you or not. Like the algorithm's going to send you to them again. It doesn't matter if they follow you. So that's what's kind of different about it. And a lot of it goes out to Facebook. I get a lot from Reels on Facebook or whatever. And it gets a lot of likes too. And of course I've learned, and you probably heard this, the first 3 seconds are crucial, right? So you know, you do it. You go through TikTok and you're scrolling through, and if something doesn't catch you in the first second, flip. You're just going through, right? You're not.
I mean, if I see sponsored down at the bottom, or
next,
I see like a
paid post,
TikTok sale, immediately gone.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And those first 3 seconds are crucial. So I started posting 1 second of the best part of the video first. And then the
I've seen a lot of people doing that lately.
Right? And I don't do it on everyone.
It's like they'll loop it to where the end of the video is that, like, that thing.
Right.
You know?
So it'll be like, 20 seconds into my video, I'm at the point where somebody is standing in front of me and I'm hidden and they don't know I'm there. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'll put that at the beginning of the video, and then I'll cut to the beginning of the video. Because it's like, okay, now I want to see what that was. That keeps them for an additional 10 seconds or so, right? So it's a teaser. It's an appetizer. It's a hook.
Appetizer. I like that, yeah.
When, again, you think about how you scroll, that's how it works. And so I'm just kind of doing this for fun, but I'm learning a lot about it. And you have to let go, too, about the worry about what will work and what won't on these platforms. Like you'll learn stuff and it will naturally come, like stuff like that, but like you're going to drive yourself insane if you think too much about it, or when should I post this, or is this too much, or it won't be fun anymore is what I'm saying, and the videos that I think will do well don't do well, and the videos I think suck somehow go viral. It's just crazy making if you overthink it like that, right? So just let go, and when you let go, somehow it works. I don't quite get it, as an artist too. It's infuriating because you spend weeks and weeks working on something, and because of just circumstance and coincidence, the time you post something, it might get 200 views, and you put all that time into it, and you're like, I want to show everybody 200 views. It's gone. People just scroll past it. If you would have posted it 15 minutes later, would have gotten 20,000 views. It's just, it's nuts. And so Insta pushes out.
Have you considered only doing lives on TikTok and only posting clips on Instagram? Also, are you monetizing this at all?
Interestingly enough, when I put my info into Instagram last week to say that I would like to try and monetize, all of the sudden, the clips that were getting 6,000 to 10,000 views went down to 1,000 views.
Interesting.
And just now, I'm starting to regain that traction. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I posted to TikTok.
Most definitely.
I mean, I post to TikTok as just kind of a primer of almost like practice, right? Because it doesn't take me but a minute to post it, because it's already made. It's already in my Dropbox. I just post it and put a title on it. It's very simple to do. It's already edited. It's not, So TikTok wants you to pay, and they don't like clip farming. So that's part of the problem. I'm just posting it to post it. It might work, it might not. I'm posting them to YouTube too, although I have no followers on YouTube.
Oh, you are posting on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, and I did like a reel, like a best of reel last week. Just just to put it out there, because you can't put that long form content anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm finding interesting, though, is that when you analyze these videos, and I wish Instagram had more of the analyzation that TikTok actually has, you know, like it'll tell you how many people watched the whole video, right? It's not just the statistics on like, okay, it dropped off after 3 seconds, which is the average for almost everybody, or it dropped off after 6 seconds or whatever, but how many people finished the video? Because that's a big deal, right? If it says you got 10,000 views, okay, well, how many of those people watched the whole thing, or a majority of the whole thing, or whatever, right? If you have 10%, that's a good number.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 to 10% is a good number to have of who actually finished the video. So I wish I'd have more stats like that on Instagram, so I really knew, but I am working on that on TikTok. And interestingly enough, with the people that I have following me, my good videos are getting 10% completion rate, okay? So the next thing that comes into play are sponsored posts worth it, because TikTok wants you to spend the money, right? They want you to spend money.
What do you mean
promote.
Spend the money? Oh, like they want people
money.
to buy stuff.
They want you to buy, right? And I think I sent
it
you
used
this
to be
the other day.
so much fun. TikTok used to be great, but man, it has gotten super spammy lately.
But I think I sent you this ad I saw the other day. It was a TikTok ad, okay? And the person comes up. This is a sponsored ad for TikTok, and the person says, "Want to grow your audience more organically? Pay for paid social media posts." I'm like, wait a minute, that's not organic. That doesn't make any sense. You want to grow organically, so here, buy some followers? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Organically means you're not spending any money for this, right? So just as an experiment, I decided I am going to promote one of these videos to get followers, because the biggest thing for me is
you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that.
I've done it before. It's not anything new. Okay, so I know what you're saying, but it doesn't matter to me because my TikTok is only for going live. That's it. It's only for going live for me. I don't care about, I really don't care, right? So TikTok ads, you pay to get followers, and you assume that when you do this, you're going to say, okay, select an audience, which you do. I said, I want a gamer audience, okay? Because these are the people that are going to like these kind of clips, okay? So I do that. It rolls out. I start getting followers, okay? Now, you would think that you get the followers because they watch the clip, and they're like, oh, this is cool. I like this person. I want to see more of this. I'm going to follow you. Okay. But what happened to that video that I had 10% on when I paid? Get the 10% video completion. Guess where the video completion rate went down to? 0.5%. Yeah. So I'm getting these followers from people that aren't watching the videos. That means that you're serving this to people and giving me BS followers that don't care. You're giving me followers, so it looks like I'm getting my money's worth, but they don't care. They're not joining the lives. They're not watching the other videos. It's all just a bunch of garbage.
It is.
All garbage.
Social networks should be simple. They should be clean. We'll get lives working on mograph.com eventually.
Yeah, someday. That would be nice.
Yeah.